Hi everybody, my name is Jack, and I've been living in Japan for several years. A few years ago, my friend took me out fishing and I was hooked. This is the story of my fishing adventures, and you are watching
So I casted it out, line is taut. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep tension on this line the whole time. And to do that, I focus on the end guide, the top guide, and then kind of drag along with my body this way to the side. And then as I bring the rod back, I reel up the slack. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to feel for any kind of fish bite on the edge of the rod or the reel itself. So I'm keeping it tight as I reel, and I'm feeling for what's on the bottom of the sea. And so far it's just been smooth sand, but you can see that there are dips and valleys and hills and mountains in the water. You can see that the brown area is where it's shallower, and then just past that it's a bit greener, and so that means it's a little bit deeper that way. So I see some black fish. That's what the guys were talking about. They were saying like they saw some baby black sea bream. Okay, so now the weight is back now, and I lift up the rod and then the weight comes to me. I don't go to the weight comes to me. I grab the weight, I grab the line connected to the weight, and then I lift up on that, and the weight goes away. And as you can see, not a single bait is gone. That means on this cast there was no fish. So I cast it straight out. Next I'm gonna go diagonally. Here we go. Every cast matters because you get some kind of information about the sea. And so far, not a single bite. Not even a little taste. Let's make a move. Here we go. If at any point you have to put the reel down, you want to get that rod so that the gears are not in the sand. So you put the handle on the bottom like that, so that the gear is up above the sand. That's how I do it. I'm gonna check on this Okizawa over here. We'll have to change the battery soon. By the way, it's the first time I'm using this camera. First time trying to make a video. But I have a lot of old videos on my phone that I want to show you guys in the future. So I left it out there, and now I'm gonna bring it in. Still, I'm not gonna bring it in quickly because there might be fish in between the place where I dropped it and the shore. So drag it along the floor. Now it's a very light feel because the weight is lighter. By moving my waist and then keeping the tight line. But I want to take a look at the hooks and see if the bait's gone or if the bait's still there. So each cast, each throw is important. If you're in one of those days where you only catch one fish, it might be on this line as you bring it in. I moved just about 10 meters away, and I'm just going to be casting out with this one because it's just too much work. Here we go. Yep, perfect. But what is going on down here? Now it's tangled up over here. So yeah, every cast is, it's hard. You gotta make sure every cast is right on the money. And this is another thing that happens sometimes. The line got caught inside the reel over here. In that case, it's all twisted up inside and there's no way you can take it out like that. So you have to take the spool off, and each spool has a screw on the top here. And some different types of reels, this is how you control the drag as well, but this one doesn't have a drag, so it's just a screw that keeps the spool on the reel. And when I take this reel off, it's just the line coming off the reel, and you can see it's all wound up there. So if you pull and pull and pull, you might end up breaking the line. You might make it even worse. So you take off the spool, slowly take out the line that was connected to the reel part there. Make sure that the line is headed out, and you hold the end of this line, put it in, put the bolt into that hole. I'm the nut. And sometimes the hole has a shape so that it fits perfectly on that bolt. Stick it in, make sure that the end comes out. You hold on to this. Actually, you put the bell on. Make sure you keep it tight and put the nut back on and tighten it up. So that's why you gotta keep this line tight. Okay, there's something wrong with my reel. It's not moving. Okay, so that means I have to take this off again and check out what's inside. You can. Okay, all right, so there was a part that was broken on the reel, and I fixed it. Took about 25 minutes, maybe less. Maybe I'm just exaggerating. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of trouble when you're out there. It's frustrating as heck, and it's tiring too. A lot of energy spent mentally and physically. But you gotta remember, as I was gonna say, you're in the elements. You're fighting the wind, the waves, the heat, the cold. But overall, it's a heck of a lot better than working in an office. It's a funny thing, this fishing. So every weekend, I can enjoy the beautiful sights, the beautiful beach, and every once in a while, a nice fish to bring back home. I felt something on the line, but it wasn't a whiting. And each fish has a specific type of bite as well. And whiting, Kisu goes, but this one was a doom. And it could also mean that I'm hitting rocks as well. Or catch a fish right here. And this is not a whiting, this is a chinu baby. The black sea bream. I'm gonna release that. I actually go for these guys using fukase type of fishing. Look at that, that's a beautiful fish. This is called kurodai or chinu. It's a chinu baby, and it'll get bigger to about 40 centimeters. My biggest one was about 43, and they're good eating in spring and fall. So get bigger, baby. Come on, go back. And there he goes. So that got caught just right at the edge of the water. So that's where the guys said they saw the baby chinus. But that's not what I'm going for today. But it's the first fish I caught on this camera. So thanks, buddy. Kudo died. It's actually that first fish that I caught, and that's when I got hooked on fishing, because I caught a 43 centimeter one. And yeah, that was some good eating. It was like one of those beginner luck thingies, because the next one I caught was 2 years later. That journey was real fun, and someday I'll get that all up on the channel as well. I did catch a fish, but now let's go for my target. See how big that sandbar. This was all underwater when I first got here. Okay, so making sure it's all through the eyes. Everything's good over here. Put that on the ground and cast. Let's go catch some fish. There we go, over that sandbar. Or something different in the terrain. You see that? I caught one. Oh, it's another one of those chinus. Oh no, oh yes. It's one of those Black Sea breams again. Now, the problem with this is that maybe he swallowed the hook. And even if I get the hook out, yeah, he swallowed it. Even if I get the hook out, this kid's gonna die. And in that situation, I usually take it home. Yep, it's just pulling out the gills, the tummy. So I'll take it home and I'll eat it.